Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2020-2021 school year. My name is Beto Hinojosa, and I'm the proud principal of Captain Mark Tyler Voss Middle School. And I'm joined today by our amazing counseling and administrative team, and I will invite them to introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Denise Nipper. I am one of the counselors. I'm the counselor for last names A through G.
Hi, Voss Middle School, Eileen Gross, Assistant Principal, letters A through L.
Hi, Voss. I'm one of the school counselors, Mrs. Annie Vasquez, and I'm last names P through Z.
Hi, Voss Middle School. I'm Lisa Ray, an assistant principal, and I am letters M through Z.
Hey everyone, I'm Holly Grove, and I'm one of the counselors, and I'm H through O.
Awesome. And we're all very excited to be able to give you this information today, just important campus information. So I'm about to share my screen. We have a presentation. So this is a presentation that would have been shared in our cafeteria. So parents would have came in, you would have sat, and you would have met us in person. But because of our circumstances, we're still trying to reach out to you virtually. So here we go. And parents, if you're seeing this at 6:30 when we debut it on Facebook and on YouTube, we will be monitoring the comments. So today, July 29th, we will be monitoring the comments and responding to your Q&As throughout the entire orientation. So feel free to just jump in and share. Okay, I'm about to share my screen, and this should work. Okay, so welcome to the parent and student orientation for the beginning of this school year. Again, my name is Beto Hinojosa, and I'm really excited to lead this campus and just to work with an outstanding group of people, our counselors, our administrators, and our incredible teachers. Quick overview of our goals for today. We wanted you to meet our team, especially for our new families, put a face to the name, to your counselor, to your assistant principal, and of course, just to learn about our school, learn about our facility, about the programs and courses that are offered, clubs and extracurricular activities. Our counselors are going to take a few moments to share with you just an overview of what they can offer our students, the different programs that we run here at the campus. Of course, to be able to have a safe and successful year, we will be talking about handbook highlights, dress code policy, different policies that we have generally in a normal year, but also this year we're adding some COVID safety protocols and guidelines as well. We will have, he hasn't logged in yet, but hope soon he'll log in. Mr. Bays, our PTO president, will join us and share some PTO information, and we'll end giving you some information on how to get in touch with us and how to stay connected with Voss Middle School. Not joining us today, but a very big part of our team here on campus is Officer Jared Moore, Deputy Moore. He is an SRO, and he is incredible. He loves our students. He loves keeping our campus safe, and he's very engaged with the daily life at Voss Middle School. So we're very happy that Officer Moore is here with us, and we wanted you to meet him as well today. So our story began a few years ago. It actually began in 2016 when voters passed a bond to approve 2 elementary schools and 1 middle school. So from then to today, I personally have been just very blessed to be a part of the naming committees, to be selected as the principal, and just be a part of what mascot we're going to have, the staff that we're going to bring in, the incredible team that we put together. So getting to today has been a lot of fun. Our inaugural year last year was outstanding. We couldn't have done it without the help of our community that rallied together to help us have a great year. So here are just a few pictures of how we came to be as a campus, from our construction to working with Marcy Voss, to working with our staff, establishing our mission and vision. So these just are some pictures that we wanted to share about last year. As you could see, there's just a lot of spirit, a lot of enthusiasm among our student body, and just a lot of pride and spirit in being a Voss Eagle. I don't know if you can see here, but it's our office staff. We're wearing camo, so you probably can't see us. Our ribbon cutting last year, if any of you had an opportunity to come, that was a really special event for our school. And We actually upgraded our mascot costume, so we have a new eagle this year. So just a little bit about our school. We're over 200,000 square feet. We opened last year, as I shared. We're one of 3 middle schools in Bernie ISD, and we work very closely with Bernie Middle School North and Middle School South. Currently, we have 705 students. 705 students that are enrolled this year. Some are going to be e-learning, and some are going to be in person. And our feeder schools, we're welcoming students from Fair Oaks Ranch Elementary School. So welcome Fair Oaks, Herf Elementary. Hello, Herf students that are joining us, and Cibolo Creek families as well that are going to join us. And we may also have students that are moving in from out of state, out of district, maybe other elementary schools that moved into our zone. Welcome to everybody. And we have 73 staff members who care very much about being a part of our campus, care very much about their role in education and supporting your children as we take on this school year. One of the things that we identified early on as a campus is having a future-ready mission, getting our students ready for the future, for the challenges of the future, to take on the challenges and seize the opportunities that the future will bring. What that looks like at Voss is our teachers focus on student passions and interests. In our lesson design, we try very much for it to be a student-centered, authentic, customized environment for our kids. Collaboration and problem solving are embedded into our lessons. One of the things for our 7th and 8th grade families that you saw last year was we're very big on community partnerships. We feel that bringing in the community is going to help our students see authentic careers and passions and interests that are going to help them identify what their own passions and interests are. Our teachers are highly qualified, certified teachers. All of them are Google certified. We hired 14 new teachers that are going to be joining us this year from a big pool of outstanding candidates. We have one-on-one technology, so every student gets a Chromebook. And among our building, we have purposeful furniture, so flexible learning spaces, easels that are mobile, giving students choice in how they learn, the spaces that they learn in. So these are ways that we're helping our kids become future ready. And we thought it was important to share that with you today. This is very important to me. Last year, when we identified our staff, we had our staff in the summer, we had a day, a full training day the goal for that day was to answer this question: what character traits do we believe will lead our students to success? So this was just a wonderful day of collaboration, of talking about character traits, talking about our own experiences, our own definition of success, what success means for our students. And the outcome of our day resulted in SOAR. So in my mind, we were going to come out with perhaps a mission statement. We were going to come out with a guide. We ended up coming out that day with 4 pillars that are going to guide our school, 4 pillars that are going to guide our identity. And today, before we get into the details of orientation, I wanted to have an opportunity to share with you what these pillars are. And I'll invite our team to just jump in and share what these mean to you and how you've seen it develop over the course of last year and into this year at our campus.
So this is Denise Nipper, one of the counselors. I am going to be talking about service. We chose the SOAR acronym in honor of Captain Mark Tyler Voss, who was an Air Force refueling pilot who lost his life in service to our country. And so it's very appropriate that as a school, we focus on service, whether it's individual acts of kindness from one student to another, to whole school service initiatives. So during the year, we recognize students who perform acts of service to their fellow students as well as to staff members. We recognize them in our award ceremonies. In addition, we have projects that some of our clubs do, as well as school-wide initiatives. We have an 8th grade day of service. So service is something that we focus on every day here at Voss.
The O is for ownership, having pride in ourselves and our school, being responsible for our education and actions, and demonstrating integrity and discipline. I think that ownership is displayed on our campus through both our staff and our students. Our staff members take ownership in the education that they deliver every day to their students. And our students, if you can ask any of them in the hallway, they know what SOAR stands for, and they own being an eagle. I would also say that our discipline model of restorative circles also helps students with ownership because it helps them reflect on their behaviors and learn to make different choices.
Hi, Eileen Gross here. I wanted to talk about achievement. So achievement, as it says, actively participating in learning, setting goals, and working towards our fullest potential and collaborating to solve problems. Our students work on that every day. They work collaboratively with each other, with their teachers as well. They also show achievement in their schoolwork, on the fields, on the courts. We recognize their achievement with their grades through honor roll, through their ability to join associations such as the Junior Honor Society, as such, and be able to show their achievement and grow in order to become wonderful young men and women and go on to high school.
Hi guys, I'm Mrs. Vasquez, and I'm talking about resilience. And as it says here at Voss, it means taking risks and learning from our mistakes. For example, here at Voss, how students showed resilience is if some of them made a bad grade on an assignment or didn't understand something, they would persevere and always show up for study halls or tutoring in the morning or after school. And they learn from their mistakes and we're able to do better. So that's how here at Voss we show resilience every day.
Thank you, Mrs. Vasquez. And just to jump in on resilience, I don't think there's a better word to describe what we're all going to have to possess to make this school year work for all of us, with the safety protocols, with the change in the daily school life. The way we remember school may look a little bit different, and we're going to ask all our staff and students to be resilient as we move forward. And for this year, we may switch service to safety. So it'll be safety, or being serving by being safe, right?
This is Mrs. Nipper again. I am going to talk a little bit about the programs we offer here at Voss. Bernie has a great program that is very comprehensive. It addresses the needs of the whole child. And so we have wonderful academics programs as well as electives and extracurricular activities that we're going to be talking about. So our academics program, every student will be taking 4 core classes: English, language arts, and reading. That's one course, math, social studies, and science. And all of those courses are actually offered at 5 different levels of instruction. So everything from gifted and talented instruction to instruction that includes extra support. We do have extra lab classes available in math and language arts for intervention. And we also are really, really proud of our career and technology education classes. We have state-of-the-art facilities. Our kitchens are just amazing, and our teachers and programs are incredible. We have robotics. We have STEM, which is our science, technology, engineering, and math classes that we have. So a lot of different options for our students here to find something that they really can tune into and enjoy. In addition, we have very strong fine arts and athletics programs. On your screens, you see the contact information for our fine arts directors. So if you are new and just making contact with our fine arts program, feel free to reach out. Our band director is Alicia Perkins. Our choir director is Hector Infante. Our orchestra director is Jose Pineda. He goes by Chuck. Our athletic director is Steve Pena. Theater arts is Justin Elliott. Our art teacher is Kelly Sheaves, and these are amazing. They will help you whether you're choosing distance learning or whether you're going to be here with us. We're offering all of our fine arts programs to all of our students. So we're really looking forward to the year.
Hi guys, so some changes to the BISD middle school curriculum is that we're now offering American Sign Language. to 7th and 8th graders, so that's exciting. Also, changes to the BIC high school GPA calculation. We are now offering classes that middle schoolers can take, and they can potentially earn high school credit, which will go towards their high school GPA. Me again. So I know everyone's really excited about their schedules. So this year it's going to look a little different. Schedule pickup will actually be Friday, August 7th during our flight camp flyby. It'll also be available on Skyward if you weren't able to make it. Last names A through G is going to be available at 9 a.m. Last names H through O will be available at 10 a.m. And last names P through Z will be available at 11 a.m. If you have any schedule changes, please email one of your counselors. And we have listed the names of the counselors as well as their email addresses below.
Hi guys, Holly Grove here again. So here at Voss and in Bernie, we offer a comprehensive school counselor program, and that includes guidance lessons with our whole child curriculum, which we'll go over in the next few slides. That's where the counselors will actually teach social emotional lessons every 9 weeks. And then we offer group counseling. And this is my personal favorite. I love doing group counseling, and I think you get to know the kids and really, really make a difference in those small group counseling lessons. And then also we offer individual counseling if kids need something, maybe having a crisis, or maybe they need something, they need to talk to us about their schedule. So we're definitely available in all of these areas.
So last year, part of our whole child initiative, that's district and campus wide, we kicked off the grade 8 skills. And so last year we focused on the 4 that you see on the left. So optimistic thinking, self-management, goal-directed behavior, and relationship skills. And this is what we would base our guidance lessons on. And so the students got very well versed in these SEL skills.
So this year, we're going to start out the first 9 weeks emphasizing self-awareness. And self-awareness is really just focusing on our strengths and weaknesses, and really focusing on improving on our weaknesses to just be a better person. And then the next 3 will cover personal responsibility, decision-making, and social awareness.
Just real quick, we're going to take a quick pause. Mr. Bays, are you with us? Mr. Bays is our PTO president, and I believe he's trying to log in, so we'll give him a quick minute. Okay, he logged off. He'll be back. We'll continue.
So this is Mrs. Nipper again. So we've been talking about the Whole Child Initiative. We're very blessed that Bernie ISD has embraced the idea of teaching students not just academics, but also teaching them the skills that are going to make them happy and successful adults. And so the grade 8 skills to which Ms. Vasquez was alluding are skills that are going to make their lives a lot easier. This year, we're going to focus, as Ms. Grove said, on self-awareness, personal responsibility, decision-making skills, and social awareness. And this is a school-wide initiative. Even though this is coming through the counseling department, yes, we're going to be going into all the different classrooms and the distance learning rooms and teaching lessons based on these skills. during the 9 weeks. But they're also going to be reinforced by the teachers throughout the school year. As our teachers meet with our students on Fridays with their restorative circles, these will be the tenets that they're going to keep in mind that are going to guide their questioning as we work with the students. So we're very excited. We're excited to be a part of this, this district-wide initiative.
So just like last year, we're continuing Tyler's Troops, or also known as Kindness Club, and it's sponsored by the counseling department, so me. Our goal is really to promote kindness through attitude and actions on campus. And then we still have our student support pantry. It'll include some snacks, school supplies, clothing, and hygiene items. For example, if a student spills something on themselves at lunch and they need a new shirt, they can come to us and we'll have, you know, something available for them. The goal with that is to ensure students can focus on learning and eliminate other life distractions.
Okay. So as a counseling department, Ms. Grove and I are going to be tag teaming this. We did want to mention some of the things that we can help with during this time. Your own child may be experiencing a heightened sense of stress and or anxiety. And this is for all of our students, whether you're going to be joining us in person or going to be learning from home.
So some strategies you might want to think about as a parent, it's just modeling that calm and self-confidence for your child, because your kids are going to pick up on your stress level. And if you're calm and self-confident, that is really going to show through with your kids. And please feel free if you are having just anxiety and stress that is just something you might want to talk to one of the counselors about, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Again, our last names, you can reach out to us by last name. You can see that on the screen as well.
And for our students that are doing distance learning, we are going to be communicating a link where students can contact us directly as well. If they need to talk to us in person or on the phone or whatever we need to do, we're always available.
Awesome. Hi. Okay, so some of you have been here last year as we opened Voss, and some of you guys are going to be new. We are very fortunate here at Voss that we are district leaders in our one-to-one model for technology. And what does that mean to you as a parent and as a student? As a student, that means that every student's going to be given a Chromebook assigned to them for use daily in their classrooms, because teachers, we had 100% of our teachers last year be Google certified. That means that they had to go through Google, take a test, which even our administrators, all of us included, are now Google certified, and show our knowledge on different programs that Google offers, and be able to design lessons around those products. Doesn't mean only Google products, also just means technology in general. So our teachers work collaboratively, I can't say that word tonight, with each other to create these lessons that keep students engaged in the classroom using technology. As safety precautions, yes, we do have safety precautions in place. We work very closely with our district technology department in order to make sure that technology is up to date, safety precautions are in place, and there are filters in place for students. Support for technology, parents are given the ability to look at tutorials and videos. We will be trying this year to have a Voss Technology Family Night. We had a successful one last year. We may have something that is online this year, depending on the circumstances. But there will be support out there for you guys. Campus support, Ms. Yvonne Karanen. We also have 2 technology coordinators on campus, Ms. Tammy Foreman and Mr. Daniel Chapa, who will be working with teachers as well as students on the technology. We also have a district digital learning specialist for our campus. It's Lisa McLaughlin. She works really closely with our teachers as well as our technology coordinators in order to design those lessons that really take the technology and do something special with it, and do something above and beyond just general use. So we are very fortunate with the amount of technology that we use and that we are able to have here on campus.
All right, students, these next 2 slides are for you. Whatever interest you might have, I can guarantee we have a club here on campus that will suit that passion for you. And if not, come see one of the administrators and we would love to hear your ideas to create something new. So as you can see on the screen, here's just a few listed. Destination Imagination, which is a STEM-based project that gives students challenges. There's National History Day, focused on research, interpretation, and creative expression. We have our UIL. It's a fun, friendly academic competition. We have Robotics Develop Build program that runs NXT robotics bricks using Lego Mindstorms. Student Council, if you're into student leadership, this would be a great one for you. They lead selfless service organization. Art Club, you can explore different art media. Fellowship of Christian Athletes, it is a spiritually nurturing ministry led by students. And then Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America. It's a national career and technical student organization for students in family and consumer sciences. That's just to name a few. There's so much more. We have Eaglets, which is a dance club. We have Yearbook, which is also a class. So there will be a virtual night or some form of information about each club coming out to you soon.
Morning arrival drop-off procedures. Morning arrival drop-off procedures. We have, with everything that's been going on, we've been working diligently to create some new procedures to keep everybody safe during this time as we open school up. Part of that is morning arrival and afternoon pickup. So there are 2 ways that students come to school. The first is that parents drop off students in the front of the school. If you look at the picture on the slide, that is the front of our school for the parent drop off. If you are dropping off your student and students of your parents are dropping you off, you're going to be going in through the front door of the school and you will be going into the cafeteria. When you go into the cafeteria, there are tables there. You'll be able to sit down there, socially distant away from other students, which means that in every other seat at a table, breakfast will be served. If you are wanting to have breakfast there, you will also be able to, if you need to go to the library for tutoring help, you are able to go to the library for tutoring help. There will be English and math tutoring in the library in the mornings. At 8:15, we will ring a bell and students will be proceeding to their study hall class at that time to pick up their Chromebook and then go to either their first period class on A days or 5th period class on B days. The reason why we are doing this, previously we rang the bell at 8:25 and students only had about 10 minutes to go get their Chromebook and then proceed to their first period class. We're allowing a little extra time, about 10 minutes extra, so there's not crowding in the hallways, and just to give a little bit extra space between students, so they're just not crowding each other. And that is morning drop-off procedures for you.
If I can jump in real quick, Mrs. Gross, parents, anytime before 8 o'clock, our staff contract hours begins at 8. Last year, we had some students that showed up at 7:30, some even earlier. And while we do understand that some of you have work commitments, please just remind your child to wear their mask and to social distance if they're here before 8 o'clock. Sometimes if we're here and it's raining or it's cold, we'll certainly let them in. But generally, if you can wait until 8 o'clock to drop off, that would really help. Again, from 8:15 and on, like Mrs. Gross shared, they'll be going straight into their first or fifth period class.
And I do want to add there also too, in the morning at 8:15, when they do go to their first or fifth period class, they will be required to stay in their class, and so they won't be allowed to be walking around in the hallways going to different classes. So that way we're just limiting the movement in the hallways as well too. One thing, they will be carrying their items with them as well in a backpack. So lockers will not be assigned to them this year as well. So they won't have to go to another area in order to drop their items off. In the afternoon, when the bell rings at 4 p.m., we're going to actually do a staggered release a couple of minutes before 4 o'clock. If the students are first run bus riders, we're going to allow those students to go to the bus loop area in order to get on the bus to go home. And then there are going to be students that go up to the front area to go get picked up by their parents. Second run bus riders will be held or staged in another area while the first run of buses leave. And then we're waiting on the second bus run to get there. I know it sounds a little confusing. It's actually a lot simpler than it sounds. In the front area, and again, looking at the picture on the slide there, we are going to socially distant students by having students either go on the grassy area where the two trees are in that picture, or under the awning by the front door. So they're just spread out over a larger space. One of the things in the afternoons, especially at the beginning of the school year, that we have an issue is moving traffic along quicker, and so it doesn't back all the way up to Highway 46. So by looking at this picture, if you are coming to pick up your student, if you can pull up as far as you possibly can to the person in front of you, so that we can get as many cars into that loop as possible, that would be much appreciated. That way we can get as many kids and parents and cars through the loop in as quickly as possible, and get people home. So that is going to be our afternoon procedures. I don't know if you want to pop in, Dr. Hinojosa. No?
No, I think that's it. Parents, please remind your students, your children, to be alert when it's after school. They're going to want to socialize, but we need to get this get it going, right? 15-20 minutes. We did back up into 46 last year, the first few weeks, and we're certainly going to try our best to load kids up safely, and students being alert, looking for you is important.
Can I add one more thing? And you can just leave it on that slide, actually. One of the issues that we had was students going into the parking lot. We do have a crossing guard, which is a teacher that is coming after teaching class, coming out to do crossing guard duty, kind of right between where those two white trucks are. And so we have students that are wanting to go into the parking lot to go to their parents' car. Officer Moore has been putting cones blocking the entrance to go into the parking lot. So if you are needing to do school business, you are obviously more than welcome to come in and park and come do school business. We do ask that you, if you are just coming to pick up your student and that's it, if you, that you do the car line. And the reason why, it's a safety issue for students be crossing the street or the road there to go into the parking lot to get in the car in order to get out faster. So we just ask that you just do the parking line or the car line. Okay, buses. So everything's, I talked to transportation, everything is on track to do the same as it was last year. Last year, because we were a new school, they were trying to work out our routes. We had a little bit of issue. If you are a returning family and you were a bus rider, your student was a bus rider last year, we did have some issues with our routes. They worked it out towards the end of the school year. They're still planning on keeping the exact same route. So buses, our second run buses, should be leaving campus between 4:15 and 4:20 every afternoon. Our first run usually leaves at about 4:10 every afternoon as well. 11 bus routes. We will not be having any more buses coming from Bernie High School to Voss. Everybody, all our buses should be here on campus as soon as the bell rings and in place, ready to go. I believe that information on which bus number your student will be riding will be uploaded to Skyward and should already be there as we speak. If you have any questions, please contact transportation. We don't have that information here. They have that, they're the keeper of the information. So please get in touch with them. If you don't hear anything from them, then please feel free to give me a call or Patricia Hausman a call, and we'll try to get the answer for you as soon as we possibly can. Lastly, I think this is my last slide, is bell schedule. Same bell schedule as last year. One major change, well, actually two major changes. The first major change is we are now going to have 3 lunches instead of 2 lunches. And the reason behind that is just because we have more students than we had last year. So lunches will be starting a few minutes early and ending a few minutes later, still 30 minutes per lunch schedule. And through 3rd and 7th period. And the second major change is that study hall has moved towards the end of the day instead of towards the beginning of the day. So study hall will be right after 3rd or 7th period and before 4th or 8th period. So that is our schedule right there. And so now it's Mr. Bays.
Mr. Bays, welcome. You're muted. Let me go ahead and unmute you. And before Mr. Bays begins, I just wanted to say thank you to our PTO that really helped us set a really strong foundation last year. And, and the new board and the new membership that's going to continue helping our campus accomplish all the things we want for our kids. So thank you very much for being here, Mr. Bays.
Well, thank you very much for everything you all are doing. I know this is a pressing time for everybody, and we appreciate everything that you all are doing. I know it's you don't get a lot of thank yous, but we certainly appreciate everything that you all are doing. So with that said, I want to introduce the new board. I'm Joe Bays. I've been a Bernie resident for the last 16 years. I have 3 children in the Bernie ISD and 2 at Voss. So I have a vested interest in the success of our school and look forward to working with you all. The people that are really running the show are just these folks listed here. Debbie Jeffrey is the treasurer. Kristen Schill is secretary. Suzanne Long is program services director. Tiffany Gill is the membership director. Dara Coleman is our fundraiser, and she's a real go-getter. I don't know if you know Dara, but she's the lifeblood of our organization. And Stacy Gam is the staff appreciation director, and Tiffany Gill is volunteer director. Also, I'd like to thank Sherry Harms, who is the communications director. She is the unsung hero. She doesn't like to get much recognition, but she's the one that puts all this stuff together. So she's an outstanding asset as well. But all these folks, this is an awesome team, outstanding group of professionals from the private sector that are helping our school be successful in this challenging time. And we couldn't have a better group. So I appreciate all of them and everything that they're doing. They keep me out of trouble and point in the right direction. So also would like to thank some of our sponsors. The PTO membership drive is one of the things that are probably the thing that we're working on the hardest right now to generate membership and to get participation from our business community and all of our parents. We'd like to have 100% sign up rate for all of our parents and teachers if possible, because we all have a vested interest in the success of the school. Scooters, Bergheim Pizza Company, several other local vendors and businesses have assisted us with our membership cards and the Voss Value Card, which goes along with your PTO membership. It's basically a discount card for local businesses. When you go and buy a pizza at Bergheim Pizza or coffee at Scooters, just know that they're giving us a little bit of a discount there, giving you a discount as backers of our activities. And switching on to our membership levels, this year we've decided to have 3 different membership levels. We want to maintain the basic membership of $25 per person, because we want to sign up, make it possible for everybody to sign up and be interested in participating at that level. We want to have everybody involved in what's going on with the PTO if we can. To get a little bit, try to generate some additional revenue, we've added 2 other membership levels, both the Plus membership and the Premium membership. The Plus membership will entitle each member to make a little bit more of a contribution that will be used to provide things for the school and for the students going throughout the year, and it will give the member a little bit of a bump from just their black and white membership. So they'll get a Voss a face mask with the Voss logo on it, the gator, which is like a ski mask with the Voss logo on it, which is really cool. Every kid will want one, so be prepared. And then a Voss t-shirt. And then the Premium membership provides all of those items, as well as a star for your membership position on the wall of stars. So, and that is a $200 level. And what we're trying to do is combine some of those things together to increase our income and our ability to do more things for the school at the beginning of the year. Kind of package those things together, so we're not hitting up the parents for something every week. So it's basically a combination of the legacy wall and some of the membership level as well. with that said, we have, actually we'll have 3 primary pushes for fundraisers this year. The first one being the fuel campaign, and that basically that we're trying to raise funds for the PTO to buy additional assets, whether that be tables, furniture, anything. I know we've talked about a hiking trail or a walking trail down to the pond. We've talked about signage that needs to be added to direct visitors and other personnel around the campus, and then also provide additional assets to enhance the campus. We've got a beautiful facility, and we want to take care of it and nurture it, and have an opportunity to have something here. It looks like a small college. It's really an outstanding location. We also would like to thank all of our corporate sponsors. Dara has done an excellent job of renewing our sponsorships with businesses that have contributed to us last year, and we are enhancing that as we speak, adding additional businesses and vendors that really will raise a considerable amount of money for the school. So the more successful we are with different raising money from businesses and advertising from them, the more successful that we're going to be here as a school. So as you see, the different levels from a $500 level to a $5,000 level. We certainly appreciate all of our support from local businesses and look to increase that even in this difficult time. So, this is, as we all know, that we've been through some tough economic times, and we still want to support the businesses that have supported us. So, Spiritware is a something that we all enjoy and appreciate, and want the kids will want to buy. We have some cool new stuff, and I promise they'll be hitting mom and dad up for a little donation here or there. But we have some really good looking shirts, and of course the masks and now the gaiters. I should say the gaiters. The only place you can get the gaiter is the membership to the PTO. So you can't buy those at the Spirit store. You have to buy those through your membership with the PTO. So we hope that you'll certainly consider that, but we also hope that everybody will have a T-shirt and a Spirit shirt, and we're looking forward to moving a lot of those. The management from last year, both Dara and Debbie and Vicki Frescas did an outstanding job of getting the organization set up properly, getting the IRS exemptions, and also contacted Amazon. We just qualified for the Amazon Smile, and that will basically entitles Voss. If you would be so kind as to designate Voss Middle School as your the charity that you want to be stuff to be donated to at your behalf, every time you buy something on Amazon, I think it's in excess of $1,000, but from $1,000 and above, Amazon will contribute a percentage of that amount to the school. And we just received that within the last week, the Amazon Smile designation, which is a huge deal. That could be a tremendous fundraiser for us. So every time you spend money on Amazon, the school will get a benefit of it. So that's a great deal. Also, we'll talk with any of our parents who may work for any of these companies, USAA, New Star, Pfizer, Exxon, Vulcan, Wells Fargo, Boeing, Bank of America, anybody else that you know, if your employer has a matching program, please let us know, because we'll be able to qualify for any donation that you make to the school will be matched by your employer. So we'd like to seize that opportunity if possible. If you all are aware of that, please let us know, and we'd like to help see if we can't make that happen. And basically that's it for today. We've got a lot of programs that we're working on. I know that we're Dr. H and the organization, the PTO, are talking about doing some other things that we can do to enhance this this COVID situation that we're dealing with now. It's created some unique challenges, and we're trying to work together to make everything work smoothly and see if we can't enhance our children's opportunity and to keep them safe at school.
Excellent. Mr. Bays, thank you very much for your time, and thank you to all of our PTO and our PTO membership. The parents, as you're transitioning into this school year, if you're returning from last year or if you're new, you know, campuses across the state only get certain allocations from the state and from their district. And just to give you an example of the impact our PTO makes on our campus, last year the PTO funded field trips. They funded teacher grants. So say for example, a teacher went to a training. There was just a very innovative lesson that she could have done, but we didn't have the funds at the campus level. The PTO steps up, so teachers have the ability to write grants. We're very big on family nights. This year it may look a little different, but our PTO sponsored all of our family nights, from our club and community showcase to our technology night to our fine arts night, literacy night. PTO supports those. So they're very much a vital part of our campus, and we just appreciate all that they do. So from a $25 membership to buying a Legacy Star, anything you can do to support our PTO goes right back to our teachers and right back to our kids where it matters most. So thank you very much, Mr. Bays. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank you all.
So as we move on with the presentation, and for the sake of time, this video will actually have to be uploaded to different venues, and to keep it right at about an hour, we encourage all of our parents to look at our student handbook. It's going to go over some highlights such as our discipline plan, you know, what we believe in regards to classroom management plans, a discipline plan, what our assistant principals are going to do whenever a student gets a referral or a documented offense. The dress code recently changed in the district, so we encourage you to look at that. Mrs. Gross, I don't know if you want to jump in and just give a quick overview of our dress code before we finalize our orientation today with some of our COVID safety protocols.
Yes, sir. Yes, like Dr. Hinojosa said, our dress code did change from last year. We had very few dress code violations last year. Most of our kids did really, really well. The one thing that probably most of you guys have question on deals with shorts for the girls. The thing that the district changed was that the inseam of the shorts cannot be any shorter than 4 inches. So that was the big change. They called it the range of the mid-thigh, but 4-inch inseam cannot be shorter than that is the big thing I really wanted to touch on. Really, that's it really for dress code. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory.
Okay. So all of this, parents, the first few days of school, during the first 15 minutes of every period, we've set up some presentations communicating to our students their expectations. We don't expect our students to follow them if they don't know what they are. So we're going to spend some time talking to our teachers about our expectations and then communicating them over and over. So we'll certainly be sharing with you weekly newsletters, reminding you of our campus policies and procedures, and our students as well, in announcements and meetings and different things like that during the day. So this slide here is on our cell phone use. absences and tardies. Attendance is going to be a little bit different this year with e-learning and in person. However, the 90% rule still applies. All students must attend 90% of the days that school is offered. So these are just some things that we're going to do. Tardies, we had very little tardies. 5 minutes was enough time for students to get from point A to point B. Students get a couple of warnings and then they get a referral, and we had hardly any referrals, and I want to say zero last year. So we appreciate our students, taking ownership of their time and moving from one class to the next.
Can I just jump in real quick about attendance?
Absolutely.
And it's just to touch base. It's probably something that as a mom or a dad, you guys have probably heard at every school. It's just the importance of turning in notes. We've had conversation, or I had conversation with families that had unexcused absences, and just reminding your student to turn in that note to Ms. Hausman in the front office is very important. Because it does affect attendance. So just another reminder to make sure that notes are turned in to the front office.
We very much will continue supporting and recognizing our kids. We have outstanding student reception that may look different this year. End of year academic awards, athletic awards. During class meetings, we do grade level recognition. The Resilience Award is the Student of the Month. Captain's Club. Every teacher gets 2 wristbands that they can award to a student that exemplifies service, right? So if they did something outstanding, representing service, or just great character, if they displayed an outstanding act of character. We also recognize our students with an A honor roll lunch. We take them to lunch if they, at the 9 weeks, they have all A's. And students really enjoy that. And that was well received last year. So some quick back to school dates. The most important one is August 7th at the times that were communicated earlier. They're here on the screen as well. What you're going to get in your back to school bag is your schedule, your back to school guide that our PTO helped produce and fund. You're going to get your planners. If they arrive, they may or may not arrive on time. A lot of things are delayed this year. You're also going to get just resources on how to pay for your PE uniform, how to pay for your art fees, your different fees throughout the campus, and just other important resources, especially for our e-learning students. There'll be some guides from your teachers for being able to log in on the first day of school for e-learning. We will have Meet the Teacher Parent Night, which is our open house. Students stay home and you get to come to school typically, but this year we will, every teacher will be doing an orientation video similar to this one that you'll be able to access to learn more about the expectations within that course content. So we're going to finish our orientation today with the most important thing which is COVID updates and safety protocols that we are implementing. And Mrs. Gross and Mrs. Ray, if you guys want to just jump in and give an overview. This was done collaboratively with Bernie ISD, guidance, of course, from TEA, and we worked with our teachers and with other campuses to develop them. So across the district, all of these guidelines are very similar.
Sure. Yes, I'll go ahead and hop in here. So mask, just like it says, will be required. All staff and students will be wearing masks inside the building, in the hallways, in the restrooms. They'll be able to, they'll have to wear masks if they are not able to socially distant from another student or from their teachers.
As far as health assessments, there's not going to be a formal health assessment for students, but we do ask that parents monitor their students daily, and if they're not feeling well, please keep them home. And then while they're at school, if they're displaying any symptoms, they will be sent to the nurse for a health screening.
Visitors, at this time, we will be having a closed campus. That means that there will be no visitors on the campus, which means no volunteering, we will not be allowed, or we can't have parents or grandparents come up to have meals with students. You are allowed to come to campus to drop off any items, left items at home. Left mask at home, so you can definitely come to the front office and drop it off at the front office. in order for your student to pick up. And yeah, no visitors to school.
All right, in regards to lunch, Voss is going to be following the 1/3 rule. And so that's just to help maintain social distancing. We're going to open up some alternate locations within our campus to help spread students out. 8th graders will be able to eat on the outdoor patio as well as in our main hallway. We're also going to have blacktop access where a different grade level each day, there'll be a sign displayed in the cafeteria, and grade levels will be on a rotation. And that'll just be able to help with some students going outside and reducing the number of students within the lunchroom.
So real quick on the 1/3 rule, that's just something that we developed at the campus level. So if you look up the 1/3 rule, you won't find anything on it. So essentially we're splitting lunch 3 ways. Our transitions are 3 ways, so 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. So anytime that we had mass gatherings of students, we're cutting it by 1/3. So there should only be 1/3. So for example, our afternoon drop off, we're utilizing the awning to split our kids up. So yeah. Oh, there you go.
Okay, passing periods. So during the passing periods, in order, again, to socially distance students, we're going to stagger our passing periods. The students will be using their masks or their face coverings. We are not going to be issuing out lockers at this time. If your student does have a special circumstance or you have a special request for locker use, definitely either talk to either Ms. Ray or myself or to one of the counselors. We are able to accommodate you for locker usage. Then in regards to the time for passing periods, we're going to do a staggered release. So our transition periods are actually going to be 12 minutes long. So basically 4 minutes per grade level. So 6th graders will have 3 bells. 6th graders will be released. They'll have a 4-minute passing period. Another bell will ring. 7th graders will have a 4-minute, and then a 3rd bell will ring, and then 8th graders will have a 4-minute transition, with the final bell being a tardy bell to their class. Students in the class during the passing period will be expected to socially distance. Teachers will be out in the hallway at this time monitoring, making sure that students are not congregating. We are not going to be having vending machines this year so that there's not mass congregation of students in one area trying to use a vending machine and just trying to get students to keep on moving and going to their class.
As far as restroom use, there will be a digital pass system where we'll be able to monitor who's used the restroom and how many students are in the restroom at a time. We do ask that students still wear their masks within the restroom, and then upon returning that they wash their hands and use hand sanitizer.
Okay, cleaning. Cleaning in the classrooms and collaborative areas and in general in the entire school. So teachers will be implementing classroom cleaning protocols. The district itself is going to be providing cleaning supplies to teachers. They'll be sanitizing the classroom in between class periods. Meaning wiping down any surfaces that have been touched. They have special supplies, again, that the district has been giving to them that is like an instant sanitation. Teachers will limit the use of shared supplies, which is the reason why there's going to be some additional fees for art, because there's a lot of shared supplies during art. In English, if they are using a class set of novels, if you would like to purchase the novel for your student instead of having your student use a novel that's been used by another student, we will definitely give you that information for you to purchase that. BISD operations will support Voss we have additional custodians that have been coming to us. Last year, we had very good custodians that were able to keep our campus very clean. We've had 3 additional custodians come to us this year, And we will have additional custodians come to us in the evening to help with the sanitation of the school, especially in the cafeteria, in the restrooms, and in the classroom. Those are the three areas that we are really concentrating on, and door handles, any place that has been touched by a person.
All right, as far as e-learning, there was a manual that was distributed, and so a lot of those guidelines are within that manual. But I'd like to just point out a few specifics. Students participating in e-learning will follow the same standards and objectives as their in-person peers. E-learning students are also expected to engage at least 90% of the day in order to get course credit for that particular course. And then also to note that e-learning students are committed to online platform for an entire 9 weeks. I believe that you put in a recommendation to switch 2 weeks prior to that 9 weeks, and then you would be able to come into in-person.
And any student, any family that chose in person and wishes to transition to e-learning, that is possible at any time. Anytime that you want to make the decision as a family to move from in-person to online, you're certainly welcome to at any point.
Okay, response to exposure and/or diagnosis. As a school and as an admin team and teachers as well, if our guidelines are that we are to report it to the nurse. Any communication in regards to quarantine or isolation will be communicated directly to you by the nurse or by our district office. So we do not, as an administrative team, do not know who has been exposed or who has been given a diagnosis. So I don't know if there's anything you want to add to that, Dr. Hinojosa.
Yes, we have our nurse team. Our nurse Humphreys has been an outstanding resource for us from day one, from the time that we closed back in March. And her and the nurses have been working together with BISD in developing these guidelines. And our nurse is going to be an incredible resource. So I don't think we had her information here, but we will be sure to share it with everybody. So Nurse Humphreys for any exposure questions that you may have. Okay, so y'all made it to the end of our parent orientation. Parents, thank you so much for trusting us with your children. Thank you so much for supporting us during these times. And of course, in regards to communication, how do you continue to stay in touch with us? Of course, our Back to School magazine that we shared, we share a weekly Eagle newsletter. So that's as monthly. So we're doing it actually weekly. Every Friday, you'll get a newsletter from me. Grade level specific information. So grade level specific emails that are going to be sent about the 6th grade field trip. Of course, our website, Facebook, and Twitter, they're live and active. Dr. Renzau is our campus communications coordinator and webmaster, and she does a great job communicating everything that we're all about. So parents, thank you again. We will see you at our flyby, if not on the first day of school. Have a great night. Let's have a
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys soon.